When you're staring at a blank wall of price tags and spec sheets, it's easy to feel stuck between "I need power" when the grid goes down, and "I don't want to waste money" on something I'll never actually use. That hesitation is real, especially for a whole house standby generator. In this review I'll walk through what it's like to actually set one up, how it behaves day to day, and where the money you spend really goes. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First, let's talk about the problem most people face. They have a big house, a central air system, a pool pump, maybe a workshop, and the thought of a blackout means losing all of that at once. The alternative, running a portable generator and manually plugging in a few essential circuits, can feel like a juggling act. The KOHLER 12RESVL100 promises to take the guesswork out of that by delivering 12 kilowatts of power through an indoor-rated generator paired with an automatic transfer switch. In theory, that means when the utility drops, the unit senses the loss, starts up, and flips a switch that feeds the entire load center without you lifting a finger. What that sounds like in a real home is, your furnace keeps blowing heat, the kitchen fridge stays cold, the home office stays online, and the whole house stays lit all while you're still in bed. The automatic transfer switch is the real workhorse here. It eliminates the dreaded manual start moment that can be stressful in a storm when you're trying to keep kids calm. It also means you won't have to remember to turn the generator back on once the grid is restored. The system handles it smoothly, preventing the surge that can damage sensitive electronics. Now, the indoor part of this unit raises a few practical questions. Most standby generators are built for outdoor installation because of exhaust and noise. KOHLER's model is engineered for indoor use, but that comes with a requirement for a dedicated ventilation system, typically a vented exhaust pipe to the outside and a fresh air intake. Installing those ducts isn't a DIY weekend project. It usually means pulling a professional HVAC contractor into the mix. If you're comfortable with a small construction project and have the space for a generator closet, that's a manageable cost. If you live in a tight condo or a rented house, the indoor rating could become a deal breaker. Fuel is another hidden factor. The spec sheet doesn't list a fuel type, but most 12 kilowatts standby units run on natural gas or liquid propane. If your home already has a gas line, hooking the generator up is straightforward, and you avoid the hassle of storing gallons of diesel. If you need to install a propane tank, that adds another line item and space. The Power Boost technology KOHLER advertises is meant to give you that extra surge to start heavy loads, like an AC compressor, without the voltage dip you sometimes see with smaller generators. In practice, that means you can turn on the air conditioner right after the power loss and expect it to start cleanly, which is a big comfort on a summer night. Let's break down who actually benefits from this setup. If you own a 3,000 square foot home with central heating, a 2-ton HVAC system, a home office with a server rack, and maybe a workshop with power tools, the 12 kilowatts rating comfortably covers those loads. The automatic transfer switch means you won't have to decide which circuits to prioritize. Everything that's wired into the main panel stays live. The premium power quality engineering also matters if you have high-end AV equipment or a home theater system that's sensitive to voltage fluctuations. In those cases, the generator's clean sine wave output protects your gear from the kind of wear that shows up after years of hard starts. On the flip side, if you live in a small apartment or a duplex where you only need to keep a few lights and a refrigerator running, you're likely overpaying for capacity you'll never use. A smaller, portable model with a manual transfer switch could give you the same essential backup for a fraction of the cost. Likewise, if you're on a tight budget and the idea of a professional installation feels like a barrier, this product might stretch your finances beyond the point of sensible ROI. The upfront cost includes the generator itself, the transfer switch, and the installation labor, often pushing the total into the high four-figure range. What about day-to-day usability after it's installed? The KOHLER unit runs quietly enough for an indoor environment that you won't hear it over a TV at normal volume, though you'll notice a low hum if you're in the same room. Maintenance is similar to other standby generators: a yearly oil change, filter inspection, and a test run. Because the transfer switch is automatic, you don't need to remember a monthly exercise cycle. The system will prompt you via a simple LED panel to run a self-test, which can be scheduled during a low usage time. That automation is a subtle but significant convenience, especially if you're not technically inclined.